Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a reading for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, whatever takes your fancy to watch. Now my readings have a past and a present. So if the past and the present don't fit, then this reading isn't for you. The reading is either for you or not. Now, if you're watching your sun sign there and it doesn't resonate, check out your moon, your ascendant, your Venus, North Node, etc. There's a link in the description down below for you to figure out what they are if you don't know them. And on that note, I will follow up periodically with sun signs combined with a moon and rising, such as Pisces sun, Aries moon or rising, Cancer moon or rising. So stay subscribed to the channel, so that's a hint, subscribe to the channel, and click the notifications bell, which should be there, get me left and right sorted out, to be informed when they're released. So alternatively, there are some other great readers on YouTube, and if the reading's not for you, just come back next month. Now, bear in mind that in a general reading, roles can be reversed, timing is hardly absolute, soon can be a very relative term, and please do not make decisions on the basis of what I or any reader says. Use our words to consider your options, but make up your own mind. This is a tool for reflection and analysis that is not supposed to replace your own intuition, your own heart, your own sense of this is where I should go. Now, when I perform a reading for my clients, I ask them to hold a question in their mind. I don't want to know it, but the question should be there. So pause the video if you have to, identify the questions, focus on one of them, but be aware of all of the other questions that are surrounding you, because the cards will answer what they want to. But the important thing is focus, energy in, energy out. Now, let me bring the cards up. I pre-shuffled, right, here we go. And I pre-shuffled, and in a moment, you should see the shuffle video appearing somewhere here. So you're doing a lot of navel gazing at the moment, Pisces. I'm getting, that sounds awful, but I've laid a spread of cards. I've laid two clarifying spreads that I've hidden underneath the cards. I drew the oracle cards beforehand, and I always like to pay attention to the ones that jump out and land face up so I can see what they are. So is that one Queen of the Moon? Yeah. Queen of the Moon oracle gave me surrender and the unexpected, cards 26 and 43. 43 is a bit of a special number for me. For some reason, it's quite close to my heart. I've never been able to figure out why, but it's always good luck for me. So waning crescent surrender, blue moon, the unexpected. Something is going to come and disrupt everything. But I think the things that it's disrupting is stuff that you needed a kick up the backside to disrupt, because it's your own stuff that needs disrupting, your own habits and behaviors. And with the other one, what's this one? Light workers, work your light. Starseed, what lights you up? So there's that whole touch of passion, something that will make you go, oh, I've got to go ahead with this. I will be a fool not to. I will regret. What is it? It says on Orbital, it's always better to regret something that you have done rather than something that you haven't done. I'm sure that's probably a quote from somewhere else, but hey, it's stuck in my head from Orbital. If you know the song, comment down below. Absolutely mythical, non-existent whatsoever points for you if you get it. And then leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. Something is coming. Something that you like is coming if you open your eyes enough to see it. Because right now, I feel you're feeling very, very defensive. There's a riddle that you are trying to solve, and it's a riddle, really, that you're obsessing about. You don't need to solve it. And if you're quite honest, I think you probably already have the answer for it, but hey ho. There's a past, a present, and a future in this reading. These are like the movement of the planets, sort of waves of energy that you'll go through and then lifted from the Celtic cross up the side. And you feel like you're just entering into the labyrinth, that you've got to protect what is yours. Again, feeling defensive. I do want to say the era of protection is not over. I mean, obviously you need to protect your own stuff. You need to protect those bits of you that are you. But the outside force making you feel defensive has gone. It's in the past. Let it go. Leave it be. Release. No doubt I'll have clarification cards. It'll be all about releasing emotion and all that sort of stuff. So you have 9 of Wands with the Sphinx on it and 5 of Swords with Narcissus staring at his own reflection. Absolutely obsessed with all the little, well, for him, the perfections that he sees. But face it, who's like that nowadays? We will be staring at the imperfections that we see. And with it being the 5 of Swords, I'm getting the feeling that there's stuff around you, possibly conflict that, this sounds awful, that you'll benefit from. But you're ignoring it. You're contemplating your own navel. You're not, let's see what's going on with this card. So 5 of Swords clarified by the 5 of Wands. There's that conflict around you that I was saying that you will benefit from. And the 10 of Swords, you're torturing yourself, but it is coming to an end. Okay, and the negative influences that are around you have either gone or they're going. They're out of the door. So King of Swords, 10 of Cups. Yeah, you've cut those things out that you needed to, and you're well aware of all the ins and outs of this situation, this riddle that you're obsessing about. Give it up. You're riddling it because you don't like the answer that you've come up with, but very soon, if you allow this chance to come in, it won't matter. So we have the Knight of Cups coming in, a whole new new dream, a new influence, possibly a new person, a new dream, a new direction. Knave of Cups, clarified by the Page of Cups, clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's somebody new coming in. They're coming in with something that excites you. They're coming in with something that you like. So whether this is a friendship, a relationship, or even in a job offer, or a new project to do at work, it is something that you like and sets you up nicely. It puts you into the position of the King of Wands. Here we have, put it the right side, here we have Atlas. Now he carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. But in this card, even though he looks like he's straining, and I think there will be a bit of straining because you don't want to be shifted out of your navel gazing, I feel like he feels like it's an honor to do this. 4 of Coins and the World. So we've got Atlas holding up the world and the World card. So there's some responsibility coming your way as well. But be careful about setting too many boundaries right now. That's something, because victory is a pleasant time, and victory is coming your way. Again, the World, Ace of Swords with 6 of Pentacles, which here is Hermes bringing Actually, I don't know who Hermes is bringing something to, but Hermes is delivering some news. And as we know, the Six of Pentacles is quite a contented, it's an okay materially card. You know, things are okay. Very soon, if you accept this idea that's coming in, well, change is coming for you anyway after this, once, whether you accept this idea or not. So if you accept the idea, the change will be easier, a lot easier. If you don't accept this choice, you will have one more chance. You are being called to leave your old, this riddle, your old stuff. And I do feel it's not even you're being called to leave your house, you're being called to leave your hometown, you're being called to leave your job, whatever. It's you are being called to move on from letting the same old obsess you day in, day out. Being a Pisces myself, I no idea what this is talking about. Not a clue. So you have got to let it go and move on. And thank you, Spirit. Yes, I'm thoroughly told. Because there is whole new, this area, I said it was a future, it's a future. It's either one to grab or one to avoid. We have the Knave of Wands, someone who grabs opportunity when he finds it, has his own responsibility. Here we have him looking after sheep, but he's happy. He's in the right place, and he's in the right place because of grabbing those opportunities to find contentment. Again, movement, Six of Swords. I've said in another reading that this always looks to me like Persephone going into the underworld. Yeah, it does sort of on this card. I don't feel quite the same amount of, well, I don't feel quite the same amount of all going into the underworld. I feel a sort of, oh, where does this go? And Nine of Pentacles, you are going to be relying on yourself for a while. Even though there was this new idea and new direction coming in by a person, you have to make sure that you are the best that you need to be, not relying on anybody else, but you're the best that you need to be to deal with this. Because Six of Cups, and we've got, that's weird for the Six of Cups, we've got an invading army. I suppose it will be Spartans or Trojan War or something, I can't remember. But there's Six of Cups is about times past and domestic contentment. What's it clarified with? The Tower, Five of Wands. Oh, yeah. So invaded army, the Tower, and Five of Wands. That's great. You're being... No, I don't want to say you're being set up, because you are being set up to have the skills to deal with something that's coming. But to do that, you have to get rid of whatever it was that was obsessing you, because where we were, Two of Swords, something that you weren't seeing, but to a point you were aware that you weren't seeing it. This is Orpheus leaving the underworld. And as you know, he wanted his lover to follow him and come back into the world of life. But at the very last moment, he turned round to see if she was following him, and therefore broke his word to the god of the underworld, and she had to return back to the land of the dead. Because he lost faith at that very last moment. So there's something that you weren't seeing, but you've seen it now. You know it. It's just that you're not really accepting it. Yes. Clarified by Ace of Cups. Your dream has the emotions spent, the cup is full, your dream has already appeared to you. You're just being a sulky little Pisces, which is not like us at all. Sulky little Pisces going, yeah, but I want to think about this, and why isn't it this way, even though I know it's that way? I refuse to accept that because I want it to be this way. Let it go. That's all I've got to say. Let it go. You've spent too much time crying over spilt milk, and you know that this is the way that things were supposed to be. You've not wanted to look at anything new. It hasn't given you that thrill that you needed, but that thrill is most definitely coming. And you've not been left in too bad a place. So you're okay where you are now, apart from you're being sulky. So let it go. And no, I can hear the song now, but I am not going to burst into song. I apologise. Release. That's what we want to say. Release. Because you've got a lot of strength about you, and other people recognise it. There's someone else around you who has a lot of faith in your more positive side. Because we face both directions, remember, as fish. So you have a more positive side. You might not have listened to it much recently, but it is there, I promise you. And you're in a good place, and there is commitment that is already offered to you. This isn't the new person that's coming in, or even the new idea. There are people who count, who are committed to you already. But you're too worried about something from the past. Ten of Swords, Two of Swords again, both of which we've seen already, with Six of Wands, children running from the Minotaur in the labyrinth. Let's get that the right way around. There's something coming from the past that you still allow to torture you, and you're not seeing that it is over. It's time you made a decision, judgment. And flying children, not entirely sure who they are. I'm going to have to look that up afterwards. But the whole thought of the flying children is the innocence and ascension, coming into a whole new world, innocence, and having a higher vibration. We did have Starseed here, didn't we? So there is something that is going to come and really light your fire if you let it, if you let your defenses down. It is going to take a bit of juggling, because there is still a need to protect bits of you and protect your stuff, your role, your position, depending whether it's jobs, relationship, what have you. But there's nowhere near the amount of need to protect it as there was. You just can't go, oh, well, that's over with, I've finished protecting. No, you haven't finished protecting. You just don't have to be obsessed about it anywhere near as much as you was. Let's just have a look at the relevant past. So this past, it could be recent, it could be distant. It's relevant. We've got, there's a time when you lost patience because there was a lot of lies and illusions around you, and your work wasn't actually being seen or listened to. Your work could be your efforts if it's within a relationship. And I feel that you lost patience. You wanted something new, and you went to something new. But we have the Devil card, so I always like to clarify the Devil card. Here it's Hecate. So we've got the Devil clarified by the Knight of Cups, and the Chariot. So you moved, you left. In the previous pile, there's Temperance, time to. Sometimes it can be patience, but no, that was it, right? That's it, time to move. And you did, with a whole new idea, a whole new dream, which I think is a bit hollow for you now, because you're a bit like, I think that's what you're obsessing about at the minute. not everything was exactly what you wanted it to be. So let's just clarify that Devil card. We'll get to the Oracle cards in a second. What are we on? 18 minutes already. So no, I've still got that song going through my head, and I apologize to all of you if you have that song going through your head from that awful film. Right, so we have the Justice card. You came to a decision that enough was enough. We've already said that. But typified here by the Goetic demon Astaroth, that tells how the angels fell. And I think that's something that you're well aware of. In terms of where you had one dream and it came to bits, and then you went, all right, I'll have this dream. And then that sort of came to bits, but it's like you was replacing one thing with another. And so now when this new dream turns up, you're naturally suspicious, going, yeah, it lights a fire in me. Look where that led me last time. But there ain't the pressure with this. There's still the day-to-day, the mundane stuff that you've got to keep going on with. So that's why there's still that need to protect, because that's part of your daily duties. But this new dream is something that you can take on your own place. And I like the person who is... There is most definitely a person, quite possibly younger, quite possibly water sign. There's definitely a person bringing this to you. I don't think that they are a relationship material, but I think they open the door to relationship material. Somebody that you meet through them. I mean, maybe they are the relationship material, but I think it's someone you meet through them. That if you're looking for someone, there's there, because there's that sense of commitment, that sense of someone having faith in you. And somewhere, I mean, there was still what I said about you having to stand on your own 2 feet, but we have, once this new dream kicks off and you start to leave some of the old stuff, we have the Lovers. So that typifies the choice to leave the old stuff or to remain in it. But I do get a bit of a relationship vibe with that. So let's look at the remaining... the remaining Oracle cards. So, from some Archangel Oracle, Angel Oracle, sorry, from years ago. I've never seen it anywhere since. The Angel of Trust. I trust in the divine power of goodness and love to protect and guide me. Yeah, with all your puzzling over your riddle, you've been really, really trusting at the minute, haven't you? You're really, really trusting of any dreams of your own or others that are presented to you. There's that one fish that's going in the negative direction, going, yeah, it's all going to fall to bits. Yeah, it's not worth the paper it's written on. Yeah. Release. I nearly said it. Release. So, be bold. Be bold and make the first move. Which means for you to be able to accept this new dream when it comes, you can't just replace your riddle. You can't just replace your obsession with the new obsession, because that was what caused the trouble between last time and this time. So you have to release your riddle, release the thing you're stressing over before something new steps into its place. Healing the past. Compass. You can know where you're going if you pay attention to the signs that are around. You've got to be fair, Matt, balance. And again, balance is going to be called of you because you've got to keep some of your protection stuff, but still be open to this new path. Which, empowerment from Sekhmet. When this new idea or person, new idea, new path comes to you, you want to pounce on it like a panther. But you can't do that if your hands are full. You can't do that if you You can't be Catwoman if you're busy playing the Riddler. I think that, you know, you try and do her stunts in a green question mark suit and a bowler hat. Kalima from, I don't know, from one of the oracles, is all about facing fears. So this release, I think you don't like the answer that you received. And if you accept the answer that you received and stop trying to make it a riddle and gazing into your own navel, then there's part of you going, well, what am I going to replace it? Don't worry. Something will come and fill that void, but you are not replacing, you are moving on. You can't make it up. Right. Autumnal equinox. Release. I don't think I need to say anything about that card whatsoever. But the final point that's interesting is, for those of you into the tree of life, from the Angelarium, I've drawn Chesed, the right hand. So the to me, the right hand is the active hand, but empathy. You've learned a lot from all of your have an obsession, let it go, cheesed off with it, move on to a new one, let it go, cheesed off with it. You're dwelling. You're not the only person who dwells. So theoretically, you've learned a lot through all this. So all I'm going to finish with is, I'll get it in the camera in a minute, release. Yes, you can still hear that song, can't you? Release. I'm going to have to get a little soundboard with a button. Go, release. So that's the reading. If you like it, if it means so to you, comment down below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hey, I'm new, promote me. So yeah, please subscribe, please. Stay tuned, because at some point I will be doing the sun sign and moonstroke rising. I may just be doing 12 of those a month for the season of the month that we're in. So obviously what I'm going to start is Scorpio. But bear in mind, this new moon that we've just had is all about new beginnings and clearing old stuff, which is echoed so strongly in your reading. You've got some clearing to do. You're at the end of the zodiac. Stop dragging your feet. Oh, and don't forget that feet are a big thing for Pisces as well. Stop dragging your feet and get on with it. You've gone through the whole zodiac. You've learned so many lessons. So put them into practice. And now that I've thoroughly told you off, cheers.